I'd just like to very quickly, because we're nearly at lunchtime, just summarise a few of the sort of key points that I've taken from this morning's discussions, and then I'm going to ask my colleague Kim to just talk a little bit about the future and what the British Council is doing to support TNE going forward. I think there's been a lot of issues raised over the course of the morning. For me, I think some of the key ones are that there are common interests here, and I think a lot of the presenters have talked about finding partners which have common interests, and I think that's a really important starting point. Quite a lot of the partnerships involve opportunities for staff and student exchange, something that's important. We didn't get onto that in so much detail in our earlier session, but I think that the mobility of staff and students both ways is an important part of some of these partnerships as they develop. I think the whole concept right at the beginning, Dr. Bundit suggested that we redefine TNE, and I think we have, to some extent, redefined TNE in the discussions and in the partnerships that have been developed between the UK and Thailand, that the partnerships are much broader than the traditional definition. We've heard about unique research projects and the facilities here in Thailand to support those, research exchanges, new opportunities for research funding. We've had a lot of discussion, and a lot of the case studies have really talked about the way the programs adapt to find those ways of adapting so that they work together and can come up with common solutions. We've had examples of institutions considering mutual strengths and wider benefits. Some great ideas on success factors. From Thammasat, for example, there's sort of 5 success factors that were listed during that presentation. A lot of discussion around flexibility as well, and that was one of the discussions we had in the panel session around flexibility of curriculum and how to develop sort of those systems like credit transfer. But there have been some challenges identified in things like curriculum design, sustainability, how to link with the local community. So overall, I think there's been some really interesting discussion and learning points. Just to pick up on the final point around, I think a gentleman over here, around capacity building, or not all institutions are ready for this type of partnership, or want some support in that, and that's something that I think the British Council project will be able to support in the coming year, where we're looking at ways to support institutions, particularly in Thailand, who maybe are just new to transnational education and who want to start new partnerships, and how we can develop those links and partnerships. So for me, they were the key issues. I think it's been a really interesting debate. So Kim, would you like to just talk a bit about the future of the project? Oh, sorry, yeah. I can see you. I took my glasses off.
Good afternoon. My name is Kim, and I'm from the British Council Thailand office. So I would like to now conclude with what is the British Council Thailand now doing to support the next year of the upcoming TNE, as we have done it for the past 2 years. So as you know, we've worked closely with OHEC, Office of Higher Education Commission, on the UK TNE development projects to support 22 links from year 1 and year 2. And in moving forward, there will be some changes to the project, but we're continuing to support enabling environment for UK and Thai institutions, as well as doing education forums and capacity building to support an environment in your universities for internationalizing higher education. So here are the list of the programs we provide, which will be on our website. So, and the reports or any past activities will be recorded in our British Council website for your own references. Okay, these are the year 2 ones. So the year 2 ones, we will focus on the Thailand 4.0 degrees. But just to introduce you before we go on to what's happening in the coming years, now the region, East Asia regions, are working together on Think TNE Dialogue series to generate and start dialogues here in different countries, because we know we're starting TNE in different countries in East Asia. And we have experts from each country to share experiences. So now we're in Bangkok and we're holding one in Kuala Lumpur to talk about TNE quality assurance, and then going to Hong Kong to talk about their expertise. As you know, China is also one of the biggest TNE in East Asia, as well as going to Vietnam at the end of the month. So we're also synergizing our regional work and sharing experiences in the region as well to make it more collaborative. And I think that it could be beneficial for you if you would like to join the events or know more about it. For the Thailand program, the events or the activities that's coming up will be more on the mechanism to support a culture of internationalization. That will be our focus for the coming year. And it will be sharing best practice from the UK, as well as doing a number of capacity building and co-curriculum development. The project will be announced in November. So we will, of course, circulate all the information to you, and we will be very welcome for you to join, and hope that British Council can be an enabler for you to collaborate even stronger partnerships between your partners. And yeah, we hope that you all stay in touch and get network from the event. And we will have all the slides and information at the British Council website. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, both of you.